Hi everyone. Okay, so today it's the day after we mixed all of our ingredients for our jelly plate. And let's see, we used 6 tablespoons or 7 packets of the Knox gelatin. And we used a cup and a half of hot water and a cup and a half of glycerin. And you can get glycerin in a lot of different forms. This one is a vegetable glycerin, and I actually purchased this at my local health food store because it was actually less expensive there and the largest size bottle that I could get. And you can actually purchase this in an even larger size than like 16 ounces. So there's that. And let's see, this is the frame that I used. I purchased this at Michael's. It was actually on clearance, and it's just a picture frame. Got one of these funny little things that you pull out and pull the little arm out so that it's a picture frame. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would hold up at my house, but that's just me. And this one was 8 by 10, and it actually comes in a lot larger sizes. So there's always that. And then you have to have like a piece of plexi or something that you can tip this out onto so that it can sit, because the top of it right here where I'm touching will actually be the bottom of your jelly plate. Now, most of you, jelly plate people, you all know that already. But so I didn't have a piece of plexiglass, but I have one of these funky little frames, and it's one of those things that like you see if you go to like seminars and things like that. You slide the slide your advertisement up underneath there and do that sort of thing. And because this was sturdy enough with this ginormous piece of chipboard in here, I figured that would work. So there's that, and all I did was actually just pull the frame part off of it, and it's nice and smooth. So that's what I'm going to use. Now, all of that having been said, we're going to see how it is that this turns out. So we need to get these things out of the way, and all I'm going to do, you can see I've already kind of pulled it away from the edge. I've seen people, when they make these, stick a knife down along the edge, and I think it just kind of tears up the edge of it. So all I'm doing is just kind of pulling it away from the edge, and I'm surprised that it's actually just pulling away. And this is probably about 5/8 of an inch thick. I think if I made it again, I would probably want it to be just a little bit thicker. So that means just either doubling the recipe or just adding a little bit extra. So it's all pulled away from the edges now. It feels cool. It feels like it's sticky, but it's really, really not. So, and I don't think I'm the first person that's ever said that. So we're just going to put this on here and tip it over. So see if we can get that to, and there it goes. You can see it pulling itself away from the edge right there. And it's going all on its own. There it goes. And honestly, I think I have a cat fuzz on the underside of it. Yeah, like we have no idea how that managed to get there, right? So there's that. And I'm surprised at how it's really flexible, but it's surprisingly sturdy. That's it's kind of cool. So get this flipped over here and make sure it's nice and even. So there we go. I'm impressed. That is all kinds of cool. Okay, now the other part, the fun part, actually getting to use it. Interesting. Totally interesting. And yes, I am so laughing at myself, guys. This is like hilarious. It feels really cool. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but yeah, that's like crazy snazzy. So apparently, you know, you don't have to store this in the refrigerator. You can store it in, you know, they tell you to store it in like your container that you molded it in. So I guess we will see how that works out. Yeah. And apparently, like, as you tend to use it and over the course of time, it starts to kind of sort of shrink up a little bit. And I'm still trying to get past that. It feels sticky, but it's not. And that is like really kind of crazy cool. But yeah. And those marks under there, that's just from the foam that was on the other side. But this particular side is just as smooth as can be, and kind of like, I don't know what to think about it. Kind of crazy cool. But so I'm gonna give this whole jelly printing a try and see if I like it. I have to, that is just like, that's freaking crazy, people. Kind of cool. So, well, there you go. And when you store it, you should just store it in your container. So I'm going to wash this out and make sure I've got all these like little edges all clean and tidy. And, but that's just me. And store it back in here. And just set this on top of it. You know, just flip it back in there and cover it back up like that. But supposedly, like I said, you're not supposed to, you know, you can't seal it tight, or shouldn't seal it tight, because if you do, it could have condensation, that sort of thing, and end up, you know, getting moldy or something. So, and we don't want to go there. But that is cool as all get out. And you would think that, I have to get it up here where I can actually see it. You would think that it would leave fingerprints in it, but it really seriously doesn't. So that's kind of crazy. So, okay, mixed media, here I come. Thanks for watching. Bye now.